What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the LSU Tigers and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, he has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Bringing it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Motion from the wideout. Throws it back. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Rushes on. Fires to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Lewis. He'll take the deep shot. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Using his feet. Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry up. Burrowing for yardage. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Walker to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and long.
Kick is in the air. Nestles it in at the 35. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
At the 20, he's got space. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Walker will fire. Look out! Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Wants to throw one first. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Second and long here. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Complete to Williams over the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Hoosiers are marching down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can.
Makes the grab in their space. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Breaks into the open. Past the 30. Smashes through the tackle. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone, it's Danzy. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Quarterback changing the play. Walker to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. In traffic, it's shot. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Rashad Downs going up top. Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen.
Yeah, and he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nowhere to go.
Gonna look downfield again. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Throwing, Lewis. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but
fires toward the end zone. had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Walker will fire. Throws to the back. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Left side is Keys. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Martin. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Tigers send off the offense to go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so right down the gut of the field. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Walker to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Hits the hole. It's Martin. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got...
He's loose on the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Here's Lewis to throw. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Plowing ahead on 4th down. He's not quite going to get there. They'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Walker will fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, going to throw it. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is in the air. And the ball comes to rest right there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Lewis. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Watkins. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
He's there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Hit as he throws. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quick give. It's Martin. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. This time they'll throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Pushes ahead. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equally. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Making the adjustment on the play. Looking for the marker. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They thought they had that screen set up, but there was a giant hole in the screen, and they went backwards.
Defense obviously did a good job watching tape, Reese. They know this is an offense that's going to try and take advantage of their pass rush upfield and try to sneak some screens in, but nobody on defense fooled that time.
And the Hoosiers want to move quickly. Walker to throw. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Got to make the play on 4th. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Oh, he's got some space. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick 6 in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Rhodes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Selling the fake. He's going to fire deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And he missed it. No good. And guys, this will stay a 24-point game.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker. I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback will keep it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 21 team, the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Cyclones looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Rides to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to...
Into the secondary on the right. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Throwing, Lewis. Stepping to the right. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. It's as if every play call with this guy, you've got the play that's called, and if that doesn't work, something that might even be more dangerous.
How nice is that as an offensive coordinator, right, Brees? You know that even if what you called isn't exactly going to work, this guy can just pull a rabbit out of the hat. He can go backyard football and just take off. Man, this guy is fun to watch.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Walker will fire. Backs got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Makes the catch at the 30. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Lewis on the play action. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Tigers. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And the extra point is good.
Indiana, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Walker to throw. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Here's Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better...
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down to the air. Throws to the wideout. The short hands, it's Bond. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed over the middle, it's Rhodes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Walker will fire. Right side, it's Martin. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Out wide left, it's Martin. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Showing the arm strength to the left. Intercepted deep in his own end.
Intercepted by LSU. And they'll take over.
This offense starts deep in a hole.
Booster, booster!
Lewis. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside a wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
From the gun, it's Berry. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more?
There he goes. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. He scores for the 5th time in this game. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Walker to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Martin. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Snapped it in the shotgun. What a grab with one hand. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I'll tell you what, this receiver's not that tall, but because of that one-handed catch, he just showed you a massive catch radius. Wow.
And the Hoosiers look to keep this drive humming. He'll take it himself. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Lets it fly. It's picked off, and that's number 10. They'll run this play from the pistol. Takes the handoff. It's Berry. He's got enough. At the 35, he's got room. Flying out to the left. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And he made the extra point without problem. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving the football.
Gashing the D on the right. He's at the 30. Running inside the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, it's a bad feeling when a guy like that gets to the second level and you know he is off to the races, going to get a big chunk of yards. Might not score, but you know he's getting a big chunk.
When the big fellas turn to chase, I mean, where do they find the balance between conserving energy for the next play and well, not getting yelled at for not running after the ball?
You do your fake trot where you throw your head back and just act like you're fighting as hard as you can, but you're really running at about 50%.
Walker will fire. He wants it all. He took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down.